Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Thank you for taking time to cruise in for Car Club Talk with Robert, Randy, and Dana. Welcome to our home in the Lone Star Community Radio Studios. You're laughing.
Yeah.
Housed here in Conroe Tower and in the county where the official flag of Lone Star State was born. I'm Randy Weldon along with Robert Helmer, and that empty chair is Dana Pritchard. Where's she at?
I don't know.
I'm going to give her credit because
Okay.
I did text. We texted each other.
Okay.
She did not use the four-letter word excuse you've been
Work?
using. Work, yeah, for not being here. She just simply said, I need some time off.
Okay.
So she's taking some downtime for the holiday here.
All right. Well, I'm glad to be back in the seat.
Well, we're glad to have you back in the studio, man.
Yep.
I'm Randy Weldon along with Robert Helmer, and Dana Pritchard's missing this episode, but sequestered back in the safe room / sound booth as our sound engineer and producer, Dick Schischler. Did I get that right? Dick Schischler.
Sounds good to me.
It's early in the program. I'll get it right before the end of the program. We are broadcasting from Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 and 106.1 FM and streaming worldwide on irlonestar.com, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you want to go specifically to our show, it's irlonestar.com/CCCT.
And don't forget our website.
What is our website?
Crusinandcarclubtalk.com, and go see all of our videos listed there also.
Listen to you advertising.
And all the upcoming events, we have spaces for flyers for all the car clubs out there. We do have spaces. We can post your flyer in your event, and just go there and let us know what we need to do for you.
Does that mean that you've got to approve everything that goes up there?
Yeah, they got to send it to us. You're right. And then I got to go to the editor page and actually put it on there for them, yes.
Make it look pretty?
Yep.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing that and not me.
Yep.
So, hey, what do we have on agenda today?
Well, the agenda was to talk about Mustang Week. And there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to cover. There's just so much information. Sometimes you get overwhelmed by it. I know the Thursday, April the 24th, it's going to start out in Galveston on the seawall.
Wait a minute. Before you go to Mustang Week, do we have anybody coming in the studio this afternoon?
Yeah, we have our guests that are going to be zooming in. It's going to be Kevin and Stephanie, the Texas Red Dirt Productions.
I think their last name's Johnson. I could be wrong. But
We're going to ask her to clarify that, because I just got a Facebook, friends
page.
Welcome, and her last name was Nicole on there.
Okay.
They are organizers of car clubs, fundraising. They do a lot of stuff for the military. I went out there and met them in Cold Springs, and I was very impressed with the show. I was very impressed with their work ethics. They were just working their butts off, and I'm like, y'all got to come on the podcast. We want to know more about you. They're about 2 years into this. They're just starting out, and they've been doing some really good shows.
So they'll zoom in here probably about 15 minutes or so.
Right, and they're going to talk about their upcoming event in May 17th. It's going to be a Saturday, and it's a military appreciation show in Lufkin, and it's going to be at the VFW post at 1836.
All righty, BFW post 1836.
Yeah.
All right.
And so I love the area of Cold Springs.
Oh, I do too.
I think it's beautiful, and there's highways out there you've got to go. I live pretty close to it. I'm off of 59 or 69, whichever you prefer to use, But if you want to, you can exit.
Wait a minute, 59 or 69, that's the same highway.
It's the same highway. It's like whatever you prefer to call it.
It was Texas Highway 59, now it's Interstate Highway 69, right? Okay.
Right.
All right.
But if you're in the area, you just take FM 2025 and go ahead into Cold Springs. You'll hit Highway 150, and that's when you get into Cold Springs, and it's Highway 150 West. And then you can go down to Highway 156. Now, 156 is beautiful. There's nothing out there. You can just cruise and
You cruise
cruise,
maybe 5 miles an hour above the speed limit.
maybe a little more. Yeah, and then when you get to, if you turn on to FM 224, that goes by Wolf Creek Park, and there are some hills. You didn't think Texas had hills? You can go out there and you'll find your hills pretty close to Houston.
Yeah, it's nice and hilly out that way, and
Yeah, you
windy and twisty.
you can really test your suspension and see what the car can do on there.
There you go. Well, I mean, you look especially if you've got a Mustang, right?
Right.
If you've got a Mustang, those are excellent roads for you. And speaking of Mustangs, we have Mustang Week coming up this coming Thursday, right?
The 24th.
Yeah, but is there a whole lot going on there or not?
Yeah, and then, like I said, the first Thursday is going to be at the Seawall in Galveston. It's Thursday night, actually, and it's going to be the kickoff party. Now,
Is that at the Spot?
at the Spot, I guess. Yes,
Oh,
it
man.
is. The Spot, Galveston, yep.
So we had James Lawrence on here, the guy that's organized this whole thing. Now he's got a host of guys that are working with him, but when James was on with us, he was saying that usually when they were in Myrtle Beach, the location they went to had a location to park about 1,500 cars, but the Spot only has enough parking spaces for about 500 cars.
Yeah,
So get there early.
yep. And also, don't wait to get your ticket at the door. That they have expressly expressed this many times. Go on the website and go ahead and get your tickets, because it's going to save you a lot of hassle. And you're not getting in without the wristband, and you're not getting in without a ticket. So just do
Well-
yourself a favor and go to the website. Go ahead and register and get your tickets for the whole event.
Have you made your hotel reservations yet?
No, I haven't. But Moody Gardens is the official hotel.
Pretty sure that's sold out already.
Yeah, and if you have trailer parking, Moody Gardens is the place, but they do have limited parking, so be prepared for that, for trailer parking. Yeah.
Well, just because I was asked over the weekend, I saw the text and I hadn't responded yet. My bad.
Yeah.
But Tracy Templer, no, I don't have my hotel room yet either, so
Yeah.
I've been busy. But I will find one down there.
Okay, well, I think we also have a video loaded up. If we can go ahead and play that.
Yeah, it's. We'll have to see what it looks like. I haven't seen it
where
yet.
we don't
so.
know, maybe you can learn in the commercial.
That's coming up here real quickly. Yeah, Mustang Week, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
He is back there, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
For over 20 years, Mustang Week has electrified enthusiasts in Myrtle Beach, the Carolinas, and surrounding states, becoming the biggest and best Mustang-only event in the country. It's time to buckle up. For the first time ever, a second Mustang Week will be held. Mustang Week, Texas. In April 2025, more than 20,000 Mustang and Ford fans and more than 5,000 Mustangs will invade Galveston for the biggest Mustang event that Texas has ever seen. On Thursday, Mustang Week Texas kicks off with a full day of road racing and go-karting at MSR, followed by the massive kickoff party at Moody Gardens. Friday will feature Mustang drag racing, burnouts, autocross, spectator drags, and a specialty car cruise and club meeting featuring your favorite Mustang car clubs. The Friday night party will be insane. Saturday, it's the biggest all-Mustang car show and performance marketplace at Moody Gardens, featuring more than 1,000 Mustangs. Sunday concludes the amazing weekend, with all Fords welcome, with a jam-packed Ford and Mustang Crusin and performance marketplace. This is the can't-miss event of the year, Mustang Week, Texas Edition, April 2025.
Is that not exciting?
I got to tell you, it's one of the most exciting things to come to Texas in a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, look, now we're traveling on American Airlines. I guess you got that edited out of there, right?
I just hope I get past the first night in Seawall.
Yeah. It'd be nice to not get arrested.
Not
that
get
night, right?
arrested.
Yeah.
My thoughts
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Don't get too drunk and get arrested and miss the whole event.
That's right. That's right. You'd be sitting in your jail cell with your media pass saying, I wish I was there.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I went to the Galveston at night and at the Seawall, I didn't remember the whole weekend.
I've had a few of those weekends down there.
Yeah. In fact, my roommate says we thought you were dead.
I got to tell you, these guys had me post a video last week that Vaughn Gittin Jr. had done. And pretty exciting because he's going to be out there with everybody. So you'll be able to interact with him, talk to him and the whole RTR
Get close
team.
up to everybody.
Yep. You'll be able to get ride-alongs.
Yep.
They're bringing the whole team in. So
Yeah, I don't know what the ride-along is going to cost, but it sounds very exciting.
Ride-along with a professional drifter's got to be kind of interesting.
Yeah, and they're going to be at HM. Let's see, HM Park. What do they call that over there?
They'll be at HMP. They'll be drifting on the
HMP.
oval track.
Right, they're going to have both of them going. They're going to have the 8th mile going and
Yep.
the oval track
Yep.
at the same time.
Yep. So you'll have the straight line, the
Yeah.
drag strip, and you'll have the HMP going.
And they're
And then
also
when-
talking about doing some car cruises from there, leaving there and coming back.
Going to do some cruises over and back, and they'll be going to MSR and doing open road course cruises running out there. But in addition to that, you'll be able to get some ride-alongs on the open track course as well. The idea, guys, is look, you bought a Mustang, you bought it for a reason, and it's not to sit on the couch and stare at it through the window, looking at it as it sits in the driveway. So get out there and get a ride-along and talk to some of these guys. Like last week on the last podcast, we had David Diulis on there, and he'll be out at MSR. Giving ride-alongs, doing some track instruction and stuff like that. He'll walk you through what it's going to take to get off the couch, get the garb that you need to drive, which really isn't much.
Right.
Tennis shoes and a pair of long jeans, long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah, this whole thing. I mean, they'll be doing burnouts down at the host hotel.
Yeah, we got, let's look at the list. Autocross, burnout contest, car show, celebrity pro appearances, club meetups, cruise-ins, drag racing, drifting. They just got it all.
Yep.
Yeah, we even got fireworks and food trucks. Man,
Well,
it's like,
yeah, no, it's all there. But and then more importantly, we've got Mustangs coming in from across the United States. You're going to see some incredible cars. And for those of us that own Mustangs, I mean, it's like being in heaven, right?
yeah. And another thing is, Randy and I are going to be there in one capacity or another. You're going to see us somewhere.
You will see us wandering around with cameras and
Right.
and talking to people. So if we ask you to let us pin up a microphone on you, please let us do that, and let's just talk, just like we
Right.
are here. I mean,
Right.
we're just having a conversation. We'd love to bring that back here to the studio, have Dick edit that in for us, and then use that on a future podcast.
There you go. Let's talk about Northside Mustang Car Club. They just had their show in Rudy's Barbecue in Conroe, and it was very successful, even though it rained a little bit on us. We got a little bit wet. We also had to get an 18-wheeler out of the way, and we were successful at doing that.
Yeah. I think the rain kept the turnout down a little bit, but I got to
Yeah.
tell you, it was a good turnout. Everybody liked the music except for you. You don't like my DJ skills that well, but that's okay.
That's all right.
No, very delightful day out there, and it was a
was.
really good place, location,
Yeah.
really good location to hold a
And we
show.
even had a club member, David, send us a video of it. If we can show that and show the review of the Northside Mustang Car Club car show.
Do we have that one also? We have that link up here.
Let's see what we got. No,
Which one
you don't
is it?
have it? Okay.
I don't think we have that one.
Okay. Sent that in an email, but we'll look for that later.
Got to get the email address spelled right, Robert.
Yeah.
I know you got a new phone.
Yeah, that's terrible too. Also, car insurance. This is my one question about car insurance. I don't know if you're dealing with anything right now, but Allstate, that's who I have, are just gone up so high we can't afford it anymore. But what gets me is on the Celine, I've got car collector insurance on it. American Modern. I pay $275 for the year, and the car is insured for $25,000, fully covered, full coverage, And why can't these farmers and Allstate and all this can do the same with that? It's like, I don't know, but.
Well, I could be wrong. I think your risk is higher on the daily drivers than it is on your show cars.
Yeah, and they go through a lot of that. What miles you're putting on. I totally understand that, but it's gotten to is almost unaffordable.
Well,
I've even got the agents actually telling me what other companies to go to because we can't beat them. It's like we know people can't afford us, but we don't care kind of thing. So
Who are you with?
Allstate.
Yeah, see, I've bounced around quite a bit because last year my insurance went from $300 and something a month to like $700.
Yeah.
And I called and said, hey, this can't be right. And they checked, and yeah, it was right. I was with Metropolitan something or another, and Farmers bought them and jacked that price up. So I changed. I'm with Liberty Mutual now. I don't think they call it Liberty Mutual. It's some other, Safeco. That's what it's called. But it's owned by Liberty Mutual.
Yeah. Well, if you're out there and you got like one car that you do not drive, it's sitting in the garage, and you don't know anything about car collector insurance, you ought to give that a try. You can even ask your Allstate agent, because that's where I get a American Modern from. And it's a lot cheaper. Just let them know, I do not drive this car very often. I put maybe 3,000 or 4,000 miles a year on it, and it may be something special. Mine's only a 2000 Mustang, but it doesn't get driven. It's a Celine. It's got special options on it, and like I said, it's covered under the value that you appraise it at. I appraised mine at $25,000, and they have no problem with it, and it's affordable.
Yeah, but you're one of these guys who won't bring it out of the garage if it looks like it's going to rain sometime in the next month.
That's right.
That's the way you are with that car.
That's just my my pet peeve today on car insurance.
Well, look, that's going to be ongoing. I don't think that's going away.
Yeah.
Insurance has never gone down, I'm aware of. It keeps going up. It's not just that insurance. It's every insurance we deal with. And don't get me started on the whole insurance thing, because not my favorite subject right there.
Yeah. Upcoming events, we want to get to those, or you want to wait till later?
We'll probably wait till later, but I've got to ask you, on your Celine, right? Like, how many miles do you have on that?
It's 40,000.
40,000. On your daily driver, how many miles do you have on that?
I just hit 220,000 miles.
Think about this, 220,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that in
and
and of
I'll
itself
tell you,
tells a
that
story.
is the best purchase I've ever made. It's the 2018 Mustang EcoBoost, the 4-cylinder turbo. It has never gave me a problem. It's got 220,000 miles on it, and I drive it every single day. It's been one of the best purchases I've ever made.
I can remember the day that you bought that car, too. You weren't real happy that day.
No, I wasn't. It was not a purchase I was ready for, no.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Robert was at a car show at Gullo Ford, and his car wouldn't start.
Yeah, that was the 2008 Cervini. Anybody know what a Cervini? It's a body kit on it.
Yep, it was a body kit for the 2008 that looked like a
looked like Eleanor.
Oh, Eleanor, right?
Right.
Yeah. But anyhow, at the end, he drove it over, but at the end of the show, it wouldn't start.
Yep. And they were talking about a computer going out, and it was going to cost me thousands of dollars, and nobody had one, and I ended up making a purchase that night.
He bought a new car for $20,000, and then I think you ended up towing your car home or something.
Towed my car home. Yeah.
And it turned out to be like a $3.49 switch.
It turned out to be the neutral safety switch.
Yep.
Which was about $15.
Yep. So, those things happen, right?
Right.
But what had really happened, if I'm not mistaken, you had actually like pressure washed under the hood or something, and got something under there wet.
No. Well, the neutral safety switch is underneath the brake pedal.
All right, so you pressure washed the inside of the car.
Yep.
I don't know. All right, listen, we need to get out of here and give a little station recognition. So, and then when we come back, who do we have coming in? We've got Stephanie and Kevin.
Yep, from Texas Red Dirt Productions.
Okay. This is Crusin Car Club Talk on 104.5 and 106.1 FM. Or for those of you who may have wandered outside of our listening area, we can be streamed around the globe on irlonestar.com, YouTube, or Facebook, or for this show specifically, it's irlonestar.com/CCCT. And we'll be right back.
All right.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Gull Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas ticket.
We are back and appreciate you spending time to cruise in for Car Club Talk with Robert, Randy, and Dana, who's missing in the studio today.
She'll be back.
She will be back. And who do we have zooming in with us, Robert?
We have Stephanie of the Texas Red Dirt Productions, and I met her and her husband Kevin at the Cold Springs Car Show. Shifters? Is it Shifters?
Yes, sir. Shifters Roadhouse.
Okay. How long have y'all been there?
So that was actually our first show at Shifters.
All right. Well, I was very impressed with your show. I was very impressed with your work ethics, and y'all were working really hard to get that show going. It was a good you had a good participation. Let me get my talking going here. You had a lot amount of cars there. Put it that way.
Yes, sir. We ended up with 72 participants at that show.
That was really good for a first show.
Were you trying to say participation?
Yes, I was.
Okay,
I was. Thank you for helping me there.
Yeah. A little bit late, but
I feel like it was a good start of the year because it was the first show. So I feel like the rest are going to be pretty well maintained too.
Okay.
I think we're far enough past COVID now. People are anxious to get out.
Right.
For sure.
They feel safe again also.
So how did y'all get started into production of car shows?
So we started doing band bookings and event planning and promoting. Well, we had a gun show that asked us to host a car show and a cook-off, and it turned into a whole huge event.
Yeah, I've done a cook-off before. They're terrible.
Well, no one wanted to participate in the cook-off. It was all the car show got taken over. So we were like, okay, there's a need for it. People are looking for stuff to do, so why not? And the cool thing about our shows is so the 20 registration fee goes towards sending out deployment care packages to our military.
Right.
So it's you get to have fun and then help out at the same time. It's two birds, one stone.
Yep, I got that, and that's what gets you the fever going, and that's why you want to continue doing it because you got money coming in that's helping people and going to charities, and you're like, man, this feels pretty good.
Especially when we have awesome participants that show up to every show and that spread the word.
Right.
I have to say I love our people that come out to our shows so much. I enjoy.
It's just car show people. Car show people love going to car shows and meeting other car enthusiasts.
100%.
Yeah. Your next event is going to be a military appreciation show in May the 17th.
So yes, sir. We have May 17th at the VFW in Lufkin, and then so the May 18th we actually have a bike only show that Shifters asked us to do as well.
Okay.
So that's Sunday.
So a busy weekend.
For sure.
Yeah. And we were just talking about the location of Shifters. We always do car cruises out there. We always go through Cold Springs. We go up to Wolf Creek Park. And I know y'all, I've looked at all your schedules. Y'all are all over the map.
Well, we get asked to do stuff at certain places. So we really went all the way to Kemah and then up to Salina, which is north of Dallas.
Right.
But we have the rest of the year will be the one Lufkin show, and then they're at Shifters, and then Crazy Allen's at Kemah as well.
Okay. And what is your independent show?
That is going to be July 5th at Crazy Allen's.
Crazy Allen's.
And so that's actually all those shows are waterfront, and it's right in Kemah on the boardwalk. It's an awesome location.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then
he's got written down here the Swamp Shack. Is that the name? Crazy Allen's Swamp Shack. Okay.
And their food. Yeah. You can't go wrong.
Good stuff. Just fresh right out of the bay down
there. Very convenient, you know.
Yep.
So, are y'all in any kind of car clubs or
we're not part of any? I'm a car nerd. Yeah. I have a Ford problem, we could call it.
Right.
But we're not part of any clubs. We just kind of hang out with everybody.
And I believe you told me you had a Mustang or something?
Yes, sir. I have a 15 Ego Boost, and then I have a 04 Interceptor.
Okay. I've got the Ego Boost too, and I was just praising that a while ago. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made.
I agree.
I've got 220,000 miles on it, and I haven't had a problem with it yet.
I have 268, and I've only had to replace the rack and pinion.
Okay, there you go.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Quality.
Pretty good quality, yeah. Can't argue with that.
I did move up. I got an Explorer, the V6 twin turbo, so we're going to see how that one works out.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit more about the care packages that you're actually sending to the military?
So we get our addresses from people we talk to, or Facebook, or they email them over. We send them to anyone that's currently deployed. All you have to do is send the full name and deployment address. And it's pretty much basic necessities like hygiene, snacks, just stuff to help them with their deployment and give them a piece of home.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about that Interceptor.
So it's a 04. It has 120,000 miles on it. Long tube headers, straight pipe, Flowmasters 40 series. Little here and there.
So it's not stock.
No, it's the opposite of stock. And I kept it looking like you should. It has the cop rims, the cop light. Doesn't sound anything like it looks, but it'll get it done.
How'd you run into this and pick it up?
I actually found it for $500.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. And when I found it, it needed a fuel pump, and that was it.
Wow.
And they let it, and I've done everything else to it.
And that's got the big motor in it, the 5.4?
4.6.
It's a 4.6? I think it's what they call the big head Ford, though.
Yeah, they can hold a 5.4, but you have to change the motor mounts and put a cow induction hood on it.
Yeah.
I've tried. That's next.
That's what I've got in my. That's what I got in my Celine, the 4.6. It did not. That one I have did not come with the supercharger on it, so that's the only thing I'm missing on it right now. So
Yeah, I have room for one. I can't decide if I want to do turbo or supercharger on it. I'm kind of leaning
the
towards
turbo. I think it's a little cheaper.
A little
Might
bit.
go that route.
On the turbo?
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing is the plumbing. You have to put plumbing all over the place for the turbo. Supercharger, you just mount right on the top.
Yep.
So
it's a play and go.
Right. And mine being the Celine, I would have to go with the supercharger, and you can actually get the supercharger Celine.
Well, don't they have everything for Celine?
Just about. Yeah. The only thing is, it's very hard to. They don't have a lot of stuff in stock. It's always a lot of waiting period time.
I believe it.
Yeah.
You before you came on, we were talking about Mustang Week coming up this next weekend,
right?
Starting on Thursday in Galveston. Are you any chance you're going to come into town for that? Take part in that?
We might. I do know we have to go to Marble Falls this next Saturday, so we'll try to make it if we can.
Well, you got Thursday, Friday, and Sunday if you can't make Saturday. So.
Yeah.
See, we might be able to make it.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to meet you face to face and maybe do a little bit of interview with you live down there.
Okay.
Do you have people actually contacting now to come in and do shows for them, like a church?
We've done 2 shows. That's it.
Yeah. A lot of times
venues?
there'll be requests coming in. Hey, we're at church or something, and we would like to have a car show at our show. Can you come and do that?
See, that's how we got with Crazy Allens. I made a post looking for new venues, and they reached out.
Okay.
And then we did one for a grand opening here in a small town of Grapeland, which y'all probably don't know, but we did one of their large grand openings, and we had about 50 cars show up for that one.
Yeah.
So, which was very surprising in the area.
Yeah, Grapeland's out there near Lovelady or something, isn't it?
Yep. It's between Lovelady, right after Crockett.
Yeah. I've driven that quite a few times over the years. So, what do you do? Do you line up food trucks and stuff, or I guess a lot of these venues have food? They offer food.
So if they don't have food, we have a few food trucks that we do use. But with shifters, they have one food truck out there that's there all the time. So we'll just bring another one for that day. But Crazy Allens, they supply the food.
Yeah,
they've got it covered.
That's always great when you got food nearby. Yeah,
that makes it easy for sure.
Yeah, it makes it easy and also keeps everybody there.
100%.
Yeah.
If you need a couple of names of food trucks, we've got some here locally that we've had on the show in the past, and we can help you out with that information just in case.
Do you feel like you want to expand and get bigger, or you feel like you got enough right now on your table?
I don't think I have a table big enough. I'm ready to expand.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what we're here for, to get the word out about you and help you promote your the Red Dirt Productions and your shows. And so you're welcome anytime to contact us and let us know what you're doing. So
all right, for sure. I appreciate
you back
it.
on here.
What's your how do you get invites out for these? How do you advertise and how do you get the word out?
So it depends on where the shows are, but most of the time it's just a lot of Facebook, and then we're on Larry's list of car. He does the magazine once a year, so all of our shows are in that as well. But pretty just much word of mouth.
Well, I noticed you've got you obviously you've got Instagram, Facebook, you've got a YouTube page, you had TikTok,
Yep.
and I don't know a lot about Patreon other than people kind of subscribe right to that.
That one's new for me too.
Okay.
I don't really know not much about that one, but I do a lot of promoting on Facebook, and we've got a lot of word out just from that as well.
Yeah. So then, and the people that show up, are you finding the same people coming show after show?
Probably.
So what we do is anybody that participates, we give them a chance to get their information. So we send them our flyers for the show about 2 weeks in advance, and then we do have a lot of returning
get like
participants.
an email list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we just text them out and
Yeah.
let everybody know.
Well, and you're giving out awards and stuff. You're doing all of that.
Yes. Yes, sir. We do trophies first through third for every show, for every category, and we did just add a under construction category as well. I heard way too many times, my car's not ready, I can't take it to the show, so
Right.
I fixed it.
That's a good way to get them out of the garage, isn't it? Just get them over
100%.
there. Yeah.
But the show I was at, you had some great cars there. There was one of them, I think it was a 65 Impala. It was a light blue. I don't know if you remember it, but it was immaculate. It was like perfect. It was just like it drove out of the showroom. I couldn't believe that car was there. It was beautiful.
I have one. There was a Galaxy that came, and it's just plastered in my mind because it looked like they just drove it off the lot, brand spanking new, and it was all original. And it was
Yeah.
like that, almost a dark cherry.
Yeah.
The maroon. It was gorgeous.
And that's when you really like it's like, thank you for bringing this to my show, because I couldn't, this is really a highlight of, bringing these cars in.
See, that's what tickles me the most is watching them get there, and then I get to look at them and take my time. I don't have to rush around looking.
Right.
So I enjoy every bit of it.
Yeah.
I take it on that particular car that you're talking about, somebody had restored it.
Well, they said it was all original, and it was sat in so the owner, it was his dad's, and then I don't know where it came from there, but it just sat for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So this was the son that took it over.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, that makes a huge difference.
And that's
right?
another thing about
Second
being in these
generation.
shows is you get to hear some great stories.
Well,
Because they all want to tell you about their car, and they go into it, and it's like, okay, this is one great story after another.
Yeah, I can't even tell you how many stories I've heard, or they have a dream and then they make it happen. Because we had a Miata that looked like a four-wheeler. Like they had it lifted up and everything on it was customized, but it looked like the perfect mudding
Right.
buggy, like perfect thing. I know it sounds crazy, but if you would have seen it in person, it actually made sense.
Yeah, it actually looked pretty cool. Huh?
Swamp buggy to go out to the swamp shack.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? Yeah.
Perfect.
What do you have T-shirts or anything that you guys give away?
So we had these shirts last year, and we'll have some new designs coming up for our show in May.
Well, in case you need a T-shirt guy, we know a T-shirt guy. He actually comes out. He does the artwork, does the trophies, does the T-shirts, and will come out and screen print them on site for you.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's Pro Screen, and he's out of Louisiana.
Out of Lake Charles.
Yep.
Yep.
Not too far.
Not too far. I mean, and the guys never failed us. We've been doing
Right.
it since what 2009 or so.
2008, 9.
2008. Yeah.
So he's,
Oh, that's just a few years, huh?
Just a few
years.
you know.
That's how long we've been around. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
And y'all are still getting along that well. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't see us off camera.
Yeah.
Off mic, right?
Yeah.
We sling a lot of mud over here.
Yeah.
But so Marble Falls, you're going to go to Marble Falls and do a show next Saturday.
So we're not doing a show there. I'm a full-time photographer, and I have an event.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, we used to do an overnight cruise to Marble Falls. So we would travel up to Cedar Park, stop and have lunch, and then go on out into Marble Falls, and pretty much recoup. We'd check into the Hampton Inn over there. Everybody kind of freshen up a little bit, do a run up through the Longhorn Cavern. Was that Park Road 4 or 1 or something? I don't know what it is. And
I think it's 4.
4, yeah, and then back down around, and then begin the drinking and the party.
That's with Northside Mustang Car Club. That's one club you got to join. Okay.
Well, at least come out and hang out with us
Right.
for a little bit. And
Sure.
we'll let you be the point person at the Hampton Inn where they always ran us out of the pool about midnight or so. But they would let us hang out in the lobby till 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as they let you do that, I mean,
Well, that's a great little area. Central Texas over there.
I love it. Like
yeah.
Wimberley and Canyon Lake, that's one of my favorite places to go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
For Texas, it's gorgeous.
Marble Falls for me is better than Wimberley or any of those other places out there. So Canyon Lake's
Less
nice. though.
tourist.
I don't know. I mean, it's overpopulated, obviously, at this point. But it's just the feel that you get out there. You don't get
It's
that.
more of a homey feel,
Yep.
for sure.
It is. Yep. People are pretty laid back about things too.
Especially coming from Houston and driving over there.
Yeah. 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 Well, we're in the big city with the monster car run up and down 45 and 59 and all that other stuff. So
You mean the Texas Autobahn?
yes,
Yeah.
the Texas Autobahn. There you go. That's great. That's a great term for it. Yeah. Appreciate that.
Oh, they keep that one.
You are more than welcome to use it. Go for it.
I'm gonna write that one down.
So, is this what you guys do full time?
We're both photographers, and
Oh,
then
really?
we just do the events. Yeah, we do a lot of wedding photography.
Oh, okay.
What about car photography?
I do car photography as well. I actually started off doing like World War II pinup and car stuff, and then switched everything and started doing a little bit of here and there.
One of the requests that we get all the time is the old red barn with the Mustang. Everybody's like looking for the barn.
The barn is the
lo-
hard thing to find.
The location is the hardest thing to find, right?
I do have one original Firestone hidden gem that's on. It's the brick painting that they had, like back in the day, right in every small downtown that you would see.
Right.
We have one of those that's in Elkhart, and it's perfect for
Okay.
taking pictures of.
Cool. You have to show us examples so we can pass those around too.
Well,
It's a
right.
secret.
I mean,
I can't tell you the location, though, exact
Okay. Well,
location.
you can just send us pictures of the cars, though.
well, right. If you show us some pictures, we can probably organize something for the Northside Club to come out
Right.
and
That'd be
do a
awesome.
little weekend cruise out that way and take photos.
We actually have a lot of amateur photographers in the club.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I think they go hand in hand, honestly, because I really started. See, I graduated in 2005 from Jersey Village, and I was going to meets at the Starbucks right there at 249, right when I started doing that, and I was in photography class in high school and started taking them at the meets. Started doing all my projects. I made them
Right.
about cars.
Right.
So my teacher actually, she told me I couldn't take just car pictures. Like I got in trouble, but I didn't realize that what I was doing then would turn out to this.
Be the future, right? Yeah.
No,
Turn
I
it
love
into a
it.
full-time gig. Can't argue with that.
Definitely not.
Well, I guess we thank you for joining us and coming in on Zoom. And like I said, we're going to keep up with you, and we might even show up at your show here in May and be out there with y'all.
Well, I'd love to see y'all.
So how do people get in touch with you? Do you have a phone number that people can reach you at?
Yeah, it's 713-503-6612 or 832-738-5275.
And then as far as on the internet, do you have a website, or how do people get in touch with you there?
On Facebook right now, it's Texas Red Dirt Productions.
So just Texas Red Dirt Productions
Yes, sir.
on Facebook?
And it's spelled out.
It's what? I'm sorry?
Texas spelled out instead of just TX.
Okay.
It's-
Texas.
It's spelled out.
TEXAS.
It's all-
There you
yeah,
go. Yeah. What about some of your Instagram? What's your
So TikTok
address-
is Texas Red Dirt Productions as well, and then Instagram's under the same.
Okay.
Okay, well, very good. Stephanie, we appreciate you taking time to spend with
in.
us and talk about this. He's met you face to face, Robert has, but I look forward to meeting you when we get a chance out there.
Yes, sir. I'll try to make it down next weekend.
All right, well, yeah, we'll be looking for you.
All right.
Keep an eye out for us. We'll be roaming around.
And
All
don't,
right,
don't
sounds
forget
good.
to join Northside.
I got you.
Stephanie, thank you much. You take care.
Thank you.
See you later.
This is Crusin Car Club Talk on Lone Star 104.5 and 106.1 FM. Or for those Globetrotters out there, we can be streamed anywhere on earth at irlonestar.com, on Facebook, or on YouTube. I'm Randy Weldon,
And Robert Helmer.
and you think we're going to come back?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Right back.
Car enthusiasts of Conroe, FM 104.5 and 106.1 Lone Star Community Radio invites you to shift into gear every Monday from 1 to 2 with Crusin Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy for news on all things automotive in the greater Houston-Conroe area. Can't make a live show? We've got you covered. You can find all of our uncut content, including full episodes on Spotify, iTunes, Play Store, YouTube, Facebook, and irlonestar.com. Again, that's Mondays 1 to 2, Crusin Car Club Talk with Robert and Randy. See you there.
Well, welcome back. And hey, we appreciate Stephanie coming on that last segment. Coming into this segment, we want to give you a kind of a, I don't want to say a preview, it's a post-view.
Post-view?
A post-view, yeah, of the Northside Mustang Car Club show that David, I can't remember his last name, did for us.
Yeah, he's a member of the Northside Mustang Car Club and an amateur photographer, and he did a really good job on this if we can get that to go.
Yeah, let's roll it. Hey, you got to get us with the mask on. Hang on for a second. Doesn't do well even in pictures with flash on it. So.
The Northside Mustang Car Club all Ford shows started off fine, but it did rain. Not bad, but enough to get our cars wet. We were wondering if the show was going to go on. But the rain stopped and people dried off their cars, and the show went on just fine.
Hey, man.
That was a great video, wasn't it?
Nice video.
He did a very good job, and thank you, David, for doing that.
Nice turnout. Some really nice cars out there.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, how many cars did they have? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Oh, well. There'll be another one this fall. I know that. We've got coming up May 3rd, we've got the Wild Horse Mustang show, Mustang Car Club show, and over in Lumberton. The next day, we're doing the Tomball Lions Club show.
Yeah, and that's always a big one, 300 cars.
Yep. And I was looking on Jason Scaturo's Houston Regional Events show web or Facebook page. This weekend, 6 p.m. till whenever, there's Blue Bonnet Street Rodders 33rd event that's in Bryan, Texas. The Furious Friday Test and Tune at Little River Dragway out in Holland, Texas. You've got Pistons on the Creek in Belton, Texas. What's this?
Yeah, he
Pistons
covers all over.
Yeah, he's got them. Pistons and Pepperonis. Lavernia, Texas. Car meet and greet at the Home Depot and Lake Houston Parkway is also on the 18th at over in, I guess that's Humble over there, Lake Houston Parkway.
Yes.
It's listed as Houston.
Yep.
New Braunfels Area Car Club Swap Meet in New Braunfels is also on the 18th. And Friday night street night over in Lake Houston Parkway again. Looks like they're having a track event as well.
Like
you got to look at the event.
He's posting a lot of Cruisins now.
Yeah, but he's got like 60 of them on here.
Yeah.
I mean, people need to go to Houston Regional Events and take a look at this. But this is all
very informative.
If I scroll down, I mean it's all, those are all Saturday, and I get all the way down here to Blue Bonnet Street Rodders again on the 19th.
Yeah.
Over in Bryan, and then Tailpipes and Tacos at Loopy Tortilla. Usually our friends from the In Wheel Time guys,
right?
Podcast
we were
are out
hanging
there.
out with them at the Hemi Hideout and got to watch them do their podcast. So that was pretty informative.
Those are great guys over there.
Yeah, they are.
Tailpipes and Tacos at Loopy Tortilla. That's the one in Katy, right off the Grand Parkway.
It's a long drive from my house.
Well, it's a long drive from my house too. But the upside to that is entry to that is free.
Right. Yeah.
And you get breakfast tacos if you want to buy some.
Yeah. And one thing we've got to get out is the All Mustang car show at Kemah Boardwalk has been rescheduled for, this is Space City Mustang. It is for Saturday now, August the 16th, 2025. This is the rain date. The first one was rained out. They had 90% of rain the day of the show, so they canceled. So this is the new rain date, rescheduled August the 16th at Kemah Boardwalk. It's always a great show. And there's also Frontier Day. Alvin Rotary Club is having theirs at the National Oak Park. And that's in Alvin, April the 28th. April the 26th. That's in Alvin. That's always a great show.
What day is the 26th? Is that that's a Saturday, yeah?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't see that on here. Just says April the 26th.
I believe that's a Saturday.
That always brings in about 300 cars, too.
Which one's that?
National Oak Park. It's the Frontier Day.
Wow, 300 cars at that event.
Alvin Rotary Club. Car and bike show, so you can bring your bikes out, too.
How many years have they been doing that?
They've been doing that since I've been doing car shows.
You've been doing car shows since you were born.
I was actually blonde when I started. And don't forget the Celine Club of America in Round Rock, Texas. That is in July the 23rd to the 27th. And I don't know what the name of that park is that they stay at.
They're staying at the Kalahari Resort.
Okay.
So that'll be an indoor show, by the way. For the car,
I did not know that.
Car show part will be indoor. You will be over there with me because we will be doing some live feeds.
Some talking on the mic.
And we'll be doing some talking on the mic, and we'll be doing some interviews.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll just plan on being there.
And I'll be cleaning my Celine at the same time.
That'd be a good idea to bring your Celine since it's the Celine Nationals.
Right. And don't forget, Northside Mustang Car Club in November is going to be at Bull Salas Park. And let's see, November first weekend of November.
It's right in the center, November 1st.
First, there we go.
It's big and takes over the whole sheet, so you can't see it.
Well, it ain't that big, but it's big enough.
Memorial Day weekend up at the Ozark International Raceway, we're going to have a national car show with the Mustang Club of America and a track event. So that's a excellent track up there, one of the best in the country. So if you want to show your car, you
what
can
date is that again?
It's I want to say from it's over Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend.
Go to mustang.org and look that up.
Right.
Also, you know what? Something we haven't mentioned is this past Thursday, April 17th.
April 17th.
Was the
holiday? That should be a national holiday.
That should be a national holiday.
Should have that day off.
That was the 61st birthday
of the
Mustang going up for sale here in the United States of America. Yeah. So kind of impressive. The only vehicle that's been in production for 61 straight years.
Yeah.
It's the only one out there.
I seen an ad, though. I got to ask you a question about this. Mustang Club of America said National Mustang Day. They were the sponsor of National Mustang Day.
Yeah, but National Mustang Day is put on by a private, the museum.
Oh, okay.
So that's not a recognized event as far as.
And was that on April the 17th, National Mustang Day?
Yes.
Okay.
They hold it at different times because people work and stuff like that.
Right.
So, hey, we need to hop on out of here, but let's. We'll plan for the next event. This will air actually Monday the 21st. Is that correct? I think April 21st. Yeah.
All right.
So anyhow.
And just to remind everybody that Crusin Car Club Talk is a show to inform and educate the community and the local car clubs and the events that they put on in the Montgomery County and surrounding areas. And if you'd like to sponsor our great little show, we'll be here to help you with your business, and just contact us through Lone Star Community Radio. And anything else?
No, that's it. That's it for this episode of Crusin Car Club Talk. I'm Randy Weldon.
I'm Robert Helmer. We'll see you next time.
Dana Pritchard's actually missing over there, but locked up back there in the safe room / sound booth is our sound engineer and producer, Dick Schischler. And we are broadcasting from the studios of Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 and 106.1 FM, and streaming worldwide at irlonestar.com, on Facebook, on YouTube, and for this show specifically at irlonestar.com /CCCT.
And thank you for joining us.